It's a sea of weapons. The authorities say they were all confiscated from civilians. Rifles, machine guns, mortar launchers, rocket-propelled grenades, some modern. Others would be in a museum anywhere else but here. 1843, and it's still usable.
Usable now.
It's part of a disarmament program undertaken by the government of South Sudan. Here in the state of Jonglei, it's crucial. It's the biggest and poorest state of southern Sudan. It's from here that iconic leader John Garang launched his rebellion against the north in the wake of the overwhelming poverty and underdevelopment. Jonglei is also riddled with intra-tribal violence.
Tribal conflict caused instability in the whole state of Jonglei, and of course we came out recently of war, and it is part of the we feel as if people are continuing in the war. No development, no progress.
The Makwach area is the land of the Dinka tribe. Since the beginning of the year, rival Murle tribe has carried out several attacks, abducting children, stealing cows, and killing herders. John's father was killed on January 3rd. He now lives alone among a group of displaced people.
My father took the cattle for grazing. They killed him and took our 3 cows. We have nothing left. My mother left the town with my brothers because she feared they would be taken away.
The family buried John's father on the grounds of their home. Since that attack, about 2,700 families have fled the area. One after the other, villages have been deserted, houses abandoned, their entrances locked with thorns. They have sought refuge in town. Mayan fled with her 4 children, her parents and her nieces. They owned 80 cows. Now they are destitute. Her son suffers from an eye infection, but there's no food and no doctors. The root cause of the violence is cattle. In this pastoral community, cows represent milk, meat and dowry for marriages. Cattle raiding is an old tradition, but it has taken a turn for the worst over the past 3 years, threatening to spread to all of the south. Officials admit it has been sometimes difficult to convince people to give up their weapons.
Because, sometimes they don't have confidence that the government is doing this for the stability and for the sake of peace and development.
Disarmament is crucial for the future stability of Sudan. These are the weapons that have been handed over willingly. Now the challenge is to know whether all of them have been handed over, in particular at a time where southern Sudan is entering one of its most critical phases. The government and the UN suspect that more guns are flowing ahead of the referendum and with the help of the North. The ones confiscated here are from wartime, and there's no evidence of new ones. They are carefully locked, but as long as there's a mix of poverty and weapons, violence is likely to continue. Hoda Abdel Hamid, Al-Jazeera, Jonglei State.